So really quick before we jump into the meat of this video, I want to give a huge thank you to everyone who responded to my tweet. It's been weeks since I wouldn't be surprised if everyone who responded to it didn't remember it, but I sent out a tweet saying, hey, I need some good anime lines / quotes for a video, and people, I actually got more responses than I could even use in this video, so I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who responded, and also, I would love to do a video like this again, but actually get people to voice the quotes themselves. Now, you're probably wondering what we're doing today. Now, like I said before, we are taking people's favorite anime quotes, but we're going to be doing something a little bit different to them. We're going to be fucking ruining these people's quotes for fun. And how we're going to be doing that is using Google Translate. So I'm going to be breaking this down into 2 rounds. Round 1, I'm going to take the quote, put it through 3 different languages, and then back to English. And for round 2, the finale, I'm going to put the quotes through 10 different languages, then back to English. Our first quote of the video comes from the Sandy Shinobi himself, Gaara, and it reads as follows. Peace under an illusion is not true peace. It's only meaningful if the real world manages to accomplish it. So now we take that perfectly good quote and we put it through 3 different languages and then ruin it. For this first one, I've chosen the languages Arabic, Portuguese, and Albanian. Okay, translation completed, and our perfectly good quote now reads as, peace under an illusion is not true peace. There will be only one door that the real world can reach. Honestly, that one stayed together pretty well. I'm genuinely surprised at how not fucked up that got. Okay, on to the next one. So for our next one, we have a bit of a longer quote, and it's from I would say a fan favorite character of Bleach, and that is Gin. And the quote reads as follows. Emotions? Nope, I've got nothing like that. I told you when we first met, didn't I? I'm a snake with cold skin, no emotions, that slithers around searching for prey with its tongue, swallowing down whatever looks tasty. I didn't know Gin was a scaly, but that's fine, so let's ruin it. For this one, we're gonna go Turkish, Maltese, and then French, and back to English. Alright, Gin, I'm sorry, but your quote has been ruined, and it now reads like this. Feelings? No, I have nothing like that. I told you when we got it, right? I am a snake. Her skin is cold and emotionless, sliding her tongue to look for prey, swallowing anything that looks delicious. So again, it kind of gets its core message across, but man, I mean, just in a much worse way. Also, I suppose I should say, if these quotes aren't right, don't blame me. Let me go ahead and just get blame onto people who tweeted them at me. So I can't confirm if these are exact quotes. I trust everyone on Twitter though, so I'm just going with it. Our next quote comes from a character within an anime that I have not thought about in years, and that's Gildarts from Fairy Tail, with the quite simple question, would you give me permission to love you? And we're going to be putting this into Ukrainian, Maori, and Estonian, and then back to English. Now this is interesting. It somehow turned into like a much deeper question, which is, can you accept love for yourself? Man, yeah, that weirdly would have been much more emotional. I'm kidding, no shade towards Gildarts. That was like a special moment when he meets his daughter. It's fine, that was a joke. Okay, next up we have a quote from Roy Mustang, and if you don't know him, he's the Flame Boy in Full Metal Alchemist, which is a pretty good series, but this quote is even better than the whole series. And it's, the world isn't perfect, but it's there for us, doing the best it can. That's what makes it so damn beautiful. And I think for this one, we're gonna go Welsh, Mongolian, and then German back to English. Again, this one isn't necessarily gut-bustingly fun. It's actually, it kind of just reads like someone who doesn't speak English just trying their best. But what it's become is, the world is not perfect, but we did our best. It makes it so beautiful. So thank you, Roy. Okay, next up we have another lengthy quote, and it's from Oikawa from, where's he from? Oh yeah, Haikyuu. Okay, here's the quote. Today might be the chance to grasp the chance to let your talent bloom. Maybe tomorrow, the day after, or next year. Maybe even when you're 30. I'm not sure if physique has anything to do with it, but if you think that it will never come, it probably never will. Hey, maybe not my favorite quote, but someone picked it, so it's my duty to ruin it now. So let's go ahead and put this into Zulu, Latin, and then, for fun, Filipino. Okay, alright, this one I like. This might be my favorite one so far. So our new and improved quote reads like this. Now, there's a chance to understand the power of your character to explode. Maybe tomorrow, next day, and next year. or maybe 30. I'm not sure if it's his body, but I'm wondering if we probably won't. Absolutely fantastic, truly motivational. Okay, round 1 was a good warm-up. Those were some, kind of haha moments, but let's kick it into overdrive. Let's go straight to round 2. Let's start putting these through way too many languages and see what happens. Next up, we have a quote from a lot of people's favorite My Hero Academia character. And while they're okay to hold that wrong opinion, let's just look at the quote for now. If all you ever do is look down on other people, you will never be able to realize your own weaknesses. And that comes from the angry explosion himself, Bakugo. Now it's time to ruin it. We're going to put it into Russian, Samoan, Irish, Italian, Japanese, Indonesian, Icelandic, Arabic, Armenian, and then Belarusian. Okay, before we read this quote, I think what I'm going to do from now on is just sort of go sicko mode with it and just randomly click on languages, because I don't know anything about languages, and so I'm unable to really pick ones that have different grammar structures. Like, I know some, but I don't know every language, so we're just going to go absolutely wild after this one. But our new quote is, "You cannot accept your weaknesses if you do everything that others see below." Fantastic, Bakugo. Thank you so much. Next up, we have a quote from that guy from Haikyuu. What is his name? He's got like fucking eyeballs. He's got weird eyes. The weird eye guy from Haikyuu. And the quote is, "We aren't limited to only one way of being great." Pretty good quote, actually. Maybe I should learn this character's name. Now it's time for us to just go buck wild and pick a bunch of languages at random. Well, 10 languages at complete random. Okay, 10 languages later, and we have transformed this once great quote into, "We are not limited to good behavior." Which, honestly, if that ain't a fucking mood, dude, I don't know what is. Someone please make Haikyuu merch and just absolutely a horrible fan art of this character with "We are not limited to good behavior." I will buy it in a second. Alright, let's talk murder, specifically Assassination Classroom. And this is a quote coming from Karma. "Easy for you to say. If you ask me, it's not all that cut and dry who the real genius is here. Talent is usually an invisible trait. More often than not, it's the result of work other people don't see." That's true, dude. Talent isn't real. But let's ruin this quote. Man, I don't know why. Doing this just absolutely... This is one of the most fun videos I've ever made for me, and it's like probably the dumbest thing I've ever done. So here's the quote now after we have absolutely pile-drived it into the ground. "It's easy if you ask me, not a Skinner. Understanding is often a change in perceived quality, as well as other visible functions." I think what I like most, this game is sort of like playing the telephone game, if you ever played that, but imagine the telephone game if every time someone whispered to the next person, it was also in a new language. I suppose we'll keep with the death theme, and we have 2 Death Note quotes, and I'm going to take one from L first, which is, "Sometimes questions are complicated, and the answers are simple." Which is very true, but let's see what Google Translate has to say about this. Okay, I think undoubtedly we have a champion here. This thing went through 10 languages and almost nothing happened. Our new quote from L, "Sometimes the questions get complicated and the answer is simple." That could pass for a translation, just a direct translation, I feel like. So 0 out of 10, boring and I don't like it. Next up, a member of the big 3, I guess once again actually, this is our second Bleach character, but now we have a quote from the Coochie Lord himself, Byakuya, and, well, I honestly don't remember this. I'm sure it is real. "I don't remember saying that I would kill you because I'm a soul reaper. The reason I am killing you is simple. It's because you aimed your blade at my only pride." Absolutely massive dick energy, but let's pray that we don't have another basically one-to-one translation here. Okay, so something seems to have gone very wrong here. We lost all the quote. I didn't mess up copy and paste. I'm so confused. Somehow it's like every language we put this into just condensed it a little bit more, because now our end quote is, "I'm not kidding because I'm a Shinigami." What the fuck happened? Why did Google take all of my quote? That's not bad though. "I'm not kidding because I'm a honestly, that's something he would probably still say. Okay, second to last, and I believe our longest quote yet, Itachi comes at us with, People live their lives bound by what they accept as correct and true. That's how they define reality. But what does it mean to be correct or true? Merely vague concepts. Their reality may all be a mirage. Can we consider them to simply be living in their own world shaped by their beliefs? Okay, hopefully we don't lose 95% of the quote this time. Okay, so weirdly enough, it seems like we've taken Itachi from Naruto and we've moved him into the Matrix with this one. Our new quote, gifted to us by Google Translate, is, "There are loyal and honest people. So you define truth, but what does discipline mean? Moving ideas. You can go through their reality. Can we imagine how they will live in peace in their faith?" That has literally no meaning even similar to the original one. Also, I think I said that was our second last quote, but that was actually a lie. I forgot that I also chose a quote. I'm not going to just do other people's quotes. I figured I'd ruin one of my own favorite quotes. So our real second to last quote comes from, in my opinion, one of the top 3 anime of all time. I mean, one of my top 3 favorites of all time, and it's Oda Nobunaga from Drifters. It's also a pretty long one. "Those without dignity can survive if they have food to eat. Those without food can endure their hunger as long as they have dignity. But those who have lost both stop caring and desperately cling to anything." Well, fuck. I don't really even know what happened here. I think we just gave Google Translate a stroke. I suppose I'll try and read this. "Mind the sun mother online. Pure honor rabbit, pure honor rabbit. They satisfy their hanger, not hunger, hanger. Facts the people is prayed." What the fuck? Pure honor rabbit, pure honor, facts the people. What the fuck happened? Well, it turned a good quote from Oda Nobunaga into like something that a schizophrenic would say outside of Walmart. Okay. And for our finale, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to take possibly the most iconic anime quote of all time. We are going to try and put it through every single language on Google Translate. I believe that's 108 languages that this thing is going to go through. I don't know what's going to happen, but I suppose we'll at least read the quote so that Light from Death Note's memory can be preserved. And obviously, the quote is, "I'll solve equations with my right hand and write names with my left. I'll take a potato chip and eat it." I really hope Google doesn't make up another language again for this one. Okay, that took, to be honest, a lot longer than I expected. And I am pleased to say, I don't know what the fuck happened to that Oda quote. I don't know what happened. I'm pleased to say this is still legible, and that's a win. So, after being translated way too many goddamn times, what does the most iconic quote in all of anime turn into? "I write this on the right and feel his name on the left. I bought blades, I will eat them." Jesus, this turned into like a scary fucking suicide note. Which I suppose is fitting for the anime this comes from, actually. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching me just fucking ruin quotes in Google Translate. If you liked the video and want to leave a like, hey man, that'd be pretty cool. If you want to subscribe, we're getting pretty close to 300. And again, I'd like to thank everyone who gave me quotes. I'm sorry I didn't remember everyone's names. There's too many of them and I'm too lazy, but I would love to do a sequel to this video where I get people to voice the fucked translations that come out of this. But to repeat myself once again, thank you so much for watching. I have bought blades, and I will eat them.